I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why.
Can you elaborate?
Zara Larsson, Lush Life. You know, this song right here. This is it right here. Why Hall of Notes fades out. Hold on, let me do this. I'm on my snitching music hype here.
Okay.
Listen to this. Dun, 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 dun. You know, you like that song, Old Spinoni. Wait till it kicks in.
It's all a beat.
Love it. Oh, Lush Life. Hey, watch how this beat comes in. It puts me in a good mood.
Now imagining Baby Chez and Bonte.
Oh, yeah.
Doing like,
we don't want to lose the monetization of our stream.
Yeah,
Bonte,
you're
but
destroying everything.
All right, whatever. I'm
Let
sorry.
Let him play it.
Wait till that beat comes in. Hey. Crush. Oh, man, God.
Is that song really old?
Yeah, probably, but I just heard it. I Shazammed it. I was like, wow, this is good. Makes me feel good. I do that Shazam
That was an old one, too.
Dude.
Not even ask Siri, he Shazammed it.
I Shazam. I got like 200 Shazams. I hear a beat. I just tap.
It's a great app, Shazam.
It's a great app.
Kazam, also a great movie.
Kazam was a good movie. Show's just been monetized. Hey, 510. Bonte, listen to Sabrina. Also, don't be ashamed. It's not weird. You're maturing musically. I am maturing in many ways. Many ways. All right. Purdy for 30. The Purdy 30. The Purdy 30. Purdy for 30. I want 30 seconds on your thoughts about Brock Purdy's performance against the Minnesota Vikings. Line them up, 888-957-9570. Joe, to start this exercise, you're on the clock here. You're on the clock. And it will go out to the lines right now, 888-957-9570. But you first, asking your thoughts on Purdy's performance. 30 seconds. Boom.
I thought that Brock Purdy had a mixed bag. I think a lesser quarterback who doesn't have a great sense of the pocket would have been sacked a dozen times in this game. I would like to see him run a little more. I think running is one of his best attributes, and it feels like they're going to need him to run. There are hidden yards out there for him to run, and you saw it on a couple of different scrambles. One to just get back to the line of scrimmage, another one to get an 11-yard first down, which fired me up. He had some really nice intermediate throws, and he did have some that he stared down some guys. I'd like to see the coach and the offensive line synergize a little better to give him time to be able to crush teams down the field. I would also like to see some bunch formations to give him some easy layup throws. So Purdy, mixed bag of results, but I don't think the offensive line and the play calling was doing him any favors either.
All right, KB in Oakland, your thoughts on Purdy. You got 30 seconds. 30 seconds, KB. What you got?
Hey, what's up, fellas? I appreciate you. I listen to you all the time.
Thank you.
I thought Purdy played great. I mean, I'm probably in the minority here, but I mean, he completed them almost 80% of his passes, leading the league in yards. And it was just one of those weird Shanahan game plans. He seems to have these like once or twice a year where he completely gets away from the bread and butter. There was no play action. And here's the question I have for you guys. Where's the yak? In both of these games so far, we haven't seen any receivers breaking free and running after the catch. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, lack of separation. I saw in the Minnesota game. Minnesota was tight on these wide receivers and tight ends, man. Not a lot of separation from what I've seen in the Minnesota game after watching it back there. Just not a lot of separation, not a lot of creativity in the route tree as well. Uncle Gene, Purdy for 30 Purdy, whatever we're calling it. Uncle Gene, you're on the clock.
All right. First of all, full disclaimer: I watched about a little over half the game from London, a London pub, so I didn't see the whole thing. But what I saw and looking at the stats, I think he had a good to maybe even a very good game. I think he's just not getting the support he needs with the line work, and Ayuk is not Ayuk yet, so neither is Trent. So when these guys come along, even with Debo and CC out, I think that we should start winning some games.
All right, there it is, Uncle Gene from London. Mark in San Francisco, you're on the clock. 30 seconds. Your thoughts on Brock?
Listen here, guys. Brock Purdy played an excellent game. The advanced metrics tell you so. He had the second best CPOE of any quarterback in the NFL last week, and he had the lowest separation.
Do me a favor. Explain what that stat even means.
That is completion percentage above expected. Shout out to Lombardi on that one. So
keep cooking, Mark. Keep cooking.
And then he has the lowest separation of any quarterback in the NFL. That's 32.
32 in the NFL, with Deebo Samuel averaging 0 yards of.
That's it right there. Your 30 seconds is up. Garrett in Virginia
EPA.
Beach.
Can we just? Do you know Joe Montana's EPA?
What is it? I don't know.
Nor do I care. Do you know Tom Brady's? I don't know, and I don't care.
Oh man!
You know what I do know? 4 Super Bowls. You know what I know about Tom Brady? 7 Super Bowls. You know what I don't know about Patrick Mahomes?
EPA.
His EPA.
I got a thought on that in just a
What
second.
are we doing?
Garrett in
It's
Virginia
like
Beach.
war for baseball. I don't care.
You're more of a BPA guy.
I am.
That's unfortunate. Garrett in Virginia Beach. What's happening?
Taste. It's an acquired taste.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, so with my thoughts on Brock Purdy, I thought that was a pretty good game. Although I agree with you guys, I feel like he needs to use his legs a little bit more. I feel like Shanahan is restricting him a little bit. Definitely, where is the yak? But compare him to Jimmy G. That was a good game for Jimmy G, and that was Brock Purdy not really on his best game. So that's my take.
Completely agree.
There it is. I'll go 30 seconds here. And I like this idea, love it. 30 for Purdy. Every single week we'll do it. Your 30-second thought about Brock Purdy, the quarterback of the 49ers here. Is he the franchise guy? We shall see. Well, look, I didn't think it was his best game. He stared down receivers, which Baldy pointed out. I saw the same thing. On the second watch, at first I thought, man, there's no checkdowns available. But on the second watch, courtesy of 49er Frankie, I said, damn, the checkdowns were there. Maybe he didn't trust Jordan Mason. He was a little hesitant. I thought Brian Flores undressed Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan in this football game. They confused the heck out of him, and it's going to happen to the best of them. I'm eager to see what Minnesota's defense does moving forward. They've seen Daniel Jones or Brock Purdy, but he had Brock Purdy's number. With that said, the Niners had a chance to win the football game, couldn't got off the field on third down, and then on third downs offensively, you go 2-10 on third down. That's not good enough there. So it was a C-minus game for me when it comes to Brock Purdy, and that's my 30 seconds.
You know, somebody from the 650 is texting in. Right now,
over.
I love that, by the way. Someone from the 650 is texting in, and I completely agree. They're running so much spread shotgun on early downs. I would like to see them go back to the I formation and some of their singles back sets, because to me, running play action out of those sets, he's less predictable with his eyes when he turns his back to the defense than when he do that gun run, right? And he's looking at, and it's whether it's a keeper or whatever, and he's looking at Deebo on those slants. It feels like the linebackers are just keen on his eyes on that one. And I'd like to see Shanahan go back to having him turn his back to the defense. He's better as an under center drop back quarterback and an under center play action quarterback. I completely agree, 650.
I thought Shanahan showed maybe a little too much respect for Brian Flores. Sometimes you just got to run your stuff. He said they were anticipating a lot of blitzes because Brian Flores and company blitzed 51% of the time last year. And we saw the cover zero blitz this past Sunday from them, especially on the goal line when the Niners went for it on 4th and 3 there, and they didn't get the touchdown. So I thought at times Shanahan maybe showed a little too much respect for Brian Flores and the Minnesota Vikings. Instead, just go right at them. Run your stuff. Run your game, whether it's I formation, whether it's single back, whether it's spread, I don't care. But I thought at times they showed Minnesota way too much respect defensively, instead of saying, you know what, we're the 49ers. We dictate the tempo. We dictate the tone. Instead, they came out and threw 3 straight passes on the first drive, and they go 3 and out.
Totally.
That can't happen.
I completely agree. All right. Purdy for 30 or 30 for Purdy or whatever we're calling this was excellent, but I want to hear Spadoni and Lubman's thoughts on this as well. You know, the resident Raider fan, I need to hear his opinion because he's outside the bubble.
Why do you need to hear his opinion? You know what he's going to say.
Well, he knows what good and bad quarterback
Bonte thinks
plays.
he knows what I'm going to say because he thinks I'm so slanted and anti-49ers.
No, hold on.
Wait.
Time out.
Just the Raider fans are anti-Niners. I know.
Hold on, time out. How the hell does Spadoni know what good quarterback play is?
Because he's seen Mahomes in the division for the last 7 years.
He's seen one good season of Raiders football. They couldn't tell us what good quarterback play is.
Are we going to be doing this the last 20 years? Niner fans and Raider fans quarterback play has been abysmal.
I'm going to do that just because
Rich Gannon's the only one with an MVP. He was the Raiders quarterback.
We all watch the whole league. Like
I'm kidding. Stop keeping up with Spadoni. I'm joking with them. Gosh,
all right,
Lord.
Lubman.
I'm so serious today.
Let's go out to the line. Sim Lubman, Purdy for 30 or 30 for Purdy or whatever we're calling this. Let's do it.
I mean, we've with this 30 for Purdy here, we've obviously been pointing out the staring down of receivers. But for me, if I'm going to nitpick anything on Brock, is he was kind of forcing some throws a little bit. I thought last year a lot of the issues he had was when he does try to force a play when there really isn't anything there. He did kind of throw some balls into some double, triple, quadruple coverage even at one point. And what was it? The 4th and goal at the start of the second quarter when he tried to go to Juwan Jennings, didn't work out there. I thought he had Brandon Ayuk on the cross there, but subpar game from Brock, not his best work, but definitely not something to freak out and panic about. We'll see what goes on, going forward.
How's the Giants game on Sunday?
Oh, sorry, my time's up, so I can't really say.
Let's go out to Joe Spadoni. Joe Spadoni in the box in the other room over there. What's in the box?
It's a great movie, Seven, by the way, as Halloween is approaching, all-timer.
What's the name of the movie?
Seven.
I don't think
Seven Deadly Sins, Brad Pitt.
Are you serious?
Morgan
I
Freeman?
missed that one, yeah.
Oh, it's all, no, you got to go watch that. It's aged very, very
7
well.
and 12 Monkeys were like back-to-back almost.
Oh,
and
wow.
2 classics.
I missed both of them. What year was that?
7 was like
I'd say
late 90s. Yeah.
95, 96.
Yeah, I slept on that one.
Let me look
Gotta
it up.
Google it. Brock Purdy's going to be fine. Like I didn't come away from that game saying, "Oh my goodness, Brock, he's struggled so mightily." No, I came away from that game saying Kevin O'Connell outcoached Kyle Shanahan, Brian Flores outcoached Nick Sorensen. This is the thing that we do. 49ers fans love to do this. And it is funny because Kyle Shanahan is enemy number one always, where we just saw Nick Sirianni last night, what an actual bad head coach looks like. You can blame the quarterback if you want for, what, 1 interception? They call the fumble the second one. But at the end of the day, Brock Purdy was not the problem, Bonte Hill. See, I cape up for good quarterback play. I know a good quarterback
Brock
when
Purdy
I
wasn't
see
the
one.
problem? Who
He
was
was
the
not
problem?
the problem.
Offensive line?
Well, it's Brian Flores just out scheming. Out scheming the genius, Kyle Shanahan.
It's the only sport. It's the only sport where we talk about coordinators. Like, they're on the field doing all the stuff. Like, no one's like, the pitching coach just completely fooled those other.
Steve Spagnuolo's sticky man coverage,
Who
guys.
was Bobby Cox's pitching coach for all those years?
Leo Mazzoni.
Leo Mazzoni.
Yeah.
He was, look what he did. He out-schemed the...
Mike Maddox touched the shoulder of C.J. Wilson, and he knew he had nothing left.
Dave Rigetti out-schemed the Philadelphia Phillies in that series in 2010.
So is that 3 interceptions?